Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking you guys out for a waterfall hike in an area called Snoqualmie or North Bend, and it's just about 30 to 35 minutes east of downtown Seattle, so it's a very close hike, but you feel like you're completely out of the city and you're in the Swiss Alps or something. So let's go. We're pulling into the trailhead of the hike, but we have to park pretty far away because of the snow. So we're not quite at the trailhead, but let's walk on in and see how long it takes us to get to the trailhead from here. Oh, and make sure you've gotten your Discovery Pass for $10 daily or $30 annually before you park in here. Check the video description below to see the details on where and how you can buy the passes and all the places that you can actually visit with those passes. Even though I'm starting this hike really late, I really lucked out with the weather because it's going to help keep the sun up a little bit longer than usual. As you can see, it's pretty cold still, but it's gorgeous. It's a little bit snowy out here, but it's not bad. It's actually really refreshing. If you start walking, then it's not really that cold anymore either, so it's really nice out here. The sun's coming out, so it's warming up when you're walking in the sun. So the road down is really long to the trailhead, and usually we just drive 5 minutes and you're there, but luckily there's a nice view. As you can see, a lot of people actually live along this road that leads to the trailhead, so we have to be really respectful and courteous and not be too loud or intrude or trespass onto their private property. So after hiking down the road for almost about an hour, we're now heading into this bridge, which tells me we're almost at the trailhead from what I can recall. As you can see, the snow is pretty icy, so it's important to have the right hiking gear, shoes, or even spikes. Actually, it feels really good right now. It's not really that cold anymore because we've been hiking for like a mile. This is where the hike starts to get very picturesque and very beautiful. As you can see, the river is just gorgeous. And this is also where the hike also gets a lot more snow and ice and becomes a little bit more difficult. So just be careful once you get here. I'm a little concerned. The sun is about to set in an hour and a half and we're not at the trailhead yet even. So we'll see if I make it to the falls today or not. Was not expecting like 2 miles of the road in here to be closed. So we had to walk by foot for 2 miles before we even got to the trailhead. So cross my fingers. The whole hike in here didn't seem that long just because the views are amazing and you get so distracted. There's so much to look at, so much to feel and experience. It's very zen. It's a great escape from COVID and the world. After a few minutes of being lost in the beauty and daydreaming, I had to snap back into reality and start hurrying up because not only do I have to get to the falls, I have to get back before it gets dark. And one of the things I didn't want to do is get stuck out here at night because it is cold and dark and it'll just take a long time for people to even come find you. A short bit later, we have finally reached the beginning of the end. This is the last part before you get to the waterfalls, and it's also the most dangerous part because you're going uphill really quick and you're on a ledge that falls basically down to a giant river. As you can see, those women were struggling just getting up and down from there because it's pretty icy. But it's gorgeous, so whatever. I continue to risk my life to go see this amazing view. So the scary thing about this part of the hike, especially in the winter, is this. As you can see, there's a very narrow icy path that crosses from one side to the other, and if you fall down or slip, you're falling down into that river, which is a lot further down than it looks from here. We're pretty high up, and you'll see there's not just one of these little bridges. There are a ton, and it also wraps around a cliff later on. So the forests around here are considered temperate rainforests, and I think in the Americas, there's not too many of them. I may be wrong, but I believe that they're very specific to the Pacific Northwest. So I'm very lucky to have a rainforest somewhere around here. The springtime is gorgeous in here also with all the moss. We're at the end zone now, so come on guys, I'm excited to show you the waterfall. Guys, I made it. You see the waterfall? Right there. Let's go. It's insane because I can feel the mist coming from the waterfall all the way from up here even. But this is actually the most terrifying part of the hike, so be careful. Guys, it's so scary over here. Like literally a cliff. So on camera, it doesn't look that high up, but in person, it was probably at least 20 feet up from the water. And it was really icy, really compacted, and really hard to walk down. You have to really hold on to the side. So you're gonna get really wet at this point. Where I'm standing right now, I'm getting super wet already from the mist that's coming off the waterfall, but there's nothing like the feeling you get when you're at the bottom of the waterfall and you feel the rush of mist and air and everything coming from it. It's just so powerful. Because of time constraint, I didn't stop by the smaller falls that comes later down, but this one is 70 foot tall. Most people were reluctant to get too close to the waterfall, but you know what? I worked really hard to get here, so I'm gonna go as close as I can without actually getting too drenched. One thing that most people forget to bring on a hike to a waterfall is a towel. You're gonna get so wet, especially if you wanna get close to the waterfall, so you're gonna wanna make sure to dry yourself off before you head back, or it's gonna get really cold. It was really cold, but so refreshing at the same time. I really would suggest that you guys wear waterproof clothing and layers. It's really important to keep warm because you still have quite a ways to get back and you do not want to be cold for the whole trip back. Those of us who grew up in Seattle love going to this hike during the summer also because you can swim in the waterfall, and as the summer comes, the glacier water fills up the waterfalls and the basin at the bottom of the waterfalls, so it's amazing. The water feels so refreshing, the weather is hot, you've been hiking, so by the time you get here, you're ready to just jump into the water and envelop yourself in Mother Nature. Alright, so now we gotta hurry back before it gets dark. Oh my god. So wet. See my hair? It's not even raining. It's just literally the waterfall mist. Alright, now we gotta climb with that crazy treacherous little, I don't even know what it's called, but it's definitely around the cliff and we gotta be really careful or we're gonna fall right in. Shit guys, it's getting dark. I think I have literally an hour to get back before sunset. So, gotta hurry up and stop filming. Sun is starting to set, you guys see that? It's getting so dark. It's actually darker in person. At this point, I was getting kind of concerned because we haven't even reached the road yet. The crazy thing is I saw so many people just now coming into the falls. But guys, it's getting real dark. Real fast too. I think we literally have 15 minutes until sundown. And about almost 2 miles left to go on foot. No joke guys, please do not go hiking up in the mountains this late because if you get stuck out there, it's not just the cold you have to worry about, it's also the animals. It is getting dark. Scary. Actually, correction, it's already dark and it's impossible to see anything. You guys do not know how happy I was to see car lights. That means that we were out. It was so dark I couldn't even see where I was going or how much further we had. This is actually the first time I've ever been stuck out on a hike this late in the dark, so it was not fun. Well, thanks guys for joining me again on my adventures. If you like what you saw, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Yes, make sure to subscribe to my channel to see upcoming videos because I got quite a bit of new content for you guys and I think you're gonna like what you see. So don't forget to subscribe, okay? Thank you, take care, and I will see you next time.